So welcome, everyone. Some of you have been here before. Some of you are new to this. This is a group that meets every day, Monday through Friday, for just 15 minutes. So it's a bit of a radical concept that this is not a long lecture or anything like that. It's really intended to be a practice session. And everyone is welcome. So if you have friends or people that you think might benefit from a daily practice, and the idea of practicing positivity is, as I'll show you in a moment, is very much tied to some basic neurobiology. So really understanding how our brain works and why we do what we do and think what we think and feel the way we do, and just taking that into account and saying, okay, given all of that, what do we do about it? How do we contribute to feeling better? So feel free to join any day, Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. And today's theme is this statement that someone that I'm very that I appreciate a lot, who's been a teacher of sorts, is a man named Robert Sapolsky. And he's an author, he's a neuroscientist at Stanford, and he coined this term, victims of our neurobiology. And I think what he means by that is, if you take a step back and really pay conscious attention to your thoughts, your feelings, any sensations that you experience in any given moment throughout the day, you'll begin to realize that you're not the author of them, right? It's not like you wake up in the morning and say, oh, at 9:33 this morning, I want to feel this. And then at 9:42, I'm going to think the following thought or have this memory. These are just, as the Buddhists or other neurologists might term these phenomena that simply appear. And the question is, to what extent are we conscious of them, right? So our thoughts appear, we start thinking things, we start remembering things, and it just kind of happens to us. And so in that sense, we are victims of our neurobiology, because what determines those thoughts, those feelings, and those sensations in any given moment is this very complex system of our central nervous system, our history, right? All the epigenetic effects that have taken place over our lifetime, stimulating our propensity to be negative or be depressed or anxious or whatever it might be, our childhood experiences, the family of origin that we grew up in, the culture we were exposed to, and the list just goes on, right? But so there are all these influences that determine how our brain and our nervous system works. And so in any given moment, right here, right now, if you really start paying attention, you realize, oh, wow, all of this stuff is just happening to me. And so the $1 million question always is, well, sometimes that can be really challenging. So what do I do about it? Am I just a hapless victim, or is there something that I can do to change that or influence the direction that my thoughts and my feelings go? So enter this idea of self-directed brain plasticity. Our brain is plastic, meaning the structure and function of our brain is heavily influenced by repetitive experiences. And so if we choose to self-direct our thoughts and our experiences in any given moment and direct our brain in a certain direction, we can literally use our mind, right? We can set certain intentions to say, this is the experience that I want. The more we do that, it changes the structure and function of our brain, which in turn changes the predisposition that our mind has to have certain thoughts or feelings or memories and so forth. So it's a really profound concept, actually, this idea of self-directed brain plasticity. And that's, to some extent, what this group is all about. And today being Thursday, we're going to practice gratitude. And I'd like to really focus on using gratitude as a doorway to the present moment. And I'll guide us through a process that hopefully stimulates that. But just keep in the back of your mind that what we're doing right now is, I'd love for you to have this really conscious sense of, we're stimulating our brain to have a certain experience. And The more we do that, the more it predisposes and primes our nervous system to be able to have this experience more easily moving forward. So gratitude is obviously a very foundational and desirable experience that many of us want. Quick definition of gratitude: it's an embodied experience, so meaning it's not just an intellectual concept, but it's actually something that we feel in our body, and it's a momentary awareness that we are the beneficiaries of something positive. So someone or something, life, a circumstance has occurred that allows us to feel good. And if you really pay attention to it, you begin to realize that gratitude is something that happens to us. And it's, yeah, we're very much the beneficiaries of it, meaning it's happening through no fault of our own or no doing of our own. So today we're going to add a little twist to that and say, okay, well, let's intentionally stimulate this experience of gratitude in our body and activate that part of our nervous system. So as always, let's start by closing our eyes. We have a few minutes where we're going to drop into, let's start by just dropping into our body and grounding. So noticing our body is sitting in a chair. Maybe you're in your car, maybe you're sitting on your floor. No matter where you find yourself, you are in contact with the ground somehow. And just notice the points of contact that your body has with the ground right now. Notice your feet, back of your thighs, your lower back, your sit bones, your glutes. Notice how solid the ground feels. I'm not asking you to change anything, just notice. And then layer in, noticing your body breathing, and the gentle movements of your belly and your chest, your rib cage, and shoulders. And just noticing the stillness in this moment. No matter what has happened this morning, no matter what may be coming your way this afternoon, right here, right now, see if you can find a sense of appreciation for the stillness and the calmness. There's a simplicity to this experience of just us being on this call, sitting, eyes closed, and just pausing for a moment. And see if you can access a sense of appreciation or gratitude for this stillness, for the opportunity to just be quiet. Gratitude for the simplicity of just sitting. And maybe layering in some sense of appreciation that we are intentionally directing our attentions, our nervous system is being asked to focus on stillness. And if that's difficult, that's okay. We accept it for what it is and just do your best to breathe into this moment. Breathe into the space that we're creating. And if you're willing to try this, something that I find very helpful is put put your hand, one of your hands on your heart, on your chest, making contact with your own body, noticing the warmth of your hand. I find this very soothing, and it's a good reminder of this is a sense of embodied gratitude, is just appreciating this moment right here, right now. Trying to elicit some sense of calm. Maybe noticing and appreciating how special it is to actually just have a couple of minutes of intentionally quieting the mind, stilling the body. Doesn't preclude us from becoming really busy in about 3 minutes and doing what we need to do to get through our day. But just appreciating that we took some time to appreciate what it's like to just be still and slow things down. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose. And on this exhale, go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back to the room. That was 15 minutes. Thank you for joining. I hope that was a little helpful break throughout your day, and that it sets you up to get after whatever you're doing today. And yeah, just appreciate this, hitting the pause button for a few minutes. Hope to see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And as per usual, I'll stick around for a few minutes if anyone wants to connect. Happy to. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.